In May 1536, the Queen of England was locked inside the Tower of London. She had no army, no allies, no escape. Just 3 years earlier, the king had torn his kingdom apart to marry her. This is the story of how Henry VIII gave England a new religion for one woman, and then decided she had to die. Tudor England was not a place of mercy. Power was absolute, loyalty was temporary, and fear ruled the court. The king's word was law, and his favor could vanish overnight. To rise close to the throne was to walk on a knife's edge, and no one walked closer or fell harder than Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn arrived at court intelligent, educated, and dangerously independent. She was not content to be a mistress. She refused to be used. When Henry VIII noticed her, he expected obedience. Instead, Anne did the unthinkable. She said no, not once, not briefly. She told the king she would belong to him only as queen. That refusal ignited an obsession that would change England forever. Henry was already married. The church refused to grant him a divorce. So Henry made a choice that no English king had ever made before. He rejected the authority of the Pope. He broke England from the Catholic Church. Monasteries were dissolved. Priests were executed. Centuries of tradition were destroyed, all for one woman. In 1533, Anne Boleyn was crowned Queen of England. The moment she reached the throne, her protection began to fade. Anne's power made enemies. Her confidence was mistaken for arrogance. And when she failed to give Henry a male heir, patience turned to suspicion. The court grew quiet around her. Whispers followed her through the halls. Accusations appeared suddenly: adultery, treason, even incest. Charges so extreme they could only have one purpose. Henry had already decided the ending. Guilt no longer mattered. On a cold morning in May 1536, Anne Boleyn was taken to the Tower of London, not as a queen, as a prisoner. She was tried by men who owed their power to the king. The verdict was never in doubt. Henry ordered a skilled swordsman from France, not out of mercy, but efficiency. Anne was told the execution would be quick. On the scaffold, she forgave the king. She prayed for England, and with a single strike, her life ended, erased as cleanly as her rise. Less than 2 weeks later, Henry VIII remarried. Anne Boleyn was buried in an unmarked grave, her name removed from records, but the damage she left behind was permanent. England's religion had changed. Power had been rewritten, and the king who destroyed a woman for ambition would spend the rest of his life ruling through fear. Anne Boleyn was queen for less than 3 years, but she remains the most dangerous woman Henry VIII ever loved, because she proved that even a king could lose control, and when he did, someone had to pay.